Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and yes, if you have read the title, we are going to be talking about the Leica M6 today. I'm going to give you guys my initial impressions on using this system, but before we do that, I am going to share with you guys some of the images I've taken using it, just so you can get a feel for what it can create. Enjoy. So as you can probably see from the images that you've just seen, I've pretty much just shot landscapes and portraits with this camera, which is just kind of all I shoot really, and I've been overly happy with the results. Because I've only owned this camera for 2 months, the results I've got from it are maybe the best film work I've produced. It's definitely a massive upgrade from my old system, which was the Canon A1. So I've actually just switched from SLR to mirrorless, and then also this is a rangefinder as well, so it's a brand new system and way of working for me, which I've actually found a lot easier and a lot better. At the start it was a little bit kind of confusing, but as I got comfortable with it, I've actually felt it'd be a little bit quicker with my workflow, and just kind of thinking about compositions and things like that has changed looking through the rangefinder viewfinder compared to the sort of SLR. Now with this camera, I have no faults with it at all. It's Leica, they are known for the build quality obviously. Without this being a gear review, I have the classic version. You can tell the classic version just by basically the size of the dial on the top is the easiest way. The smaller the dials are the classic version, so the older ones. All Leicas have an inbuilt light meter as well. Some people think it's just the later versions, so like the TTLs. That's not true, all of them do. I think the only differences are sort of on the later versions, it has the flash sync for the hot shoe mount, and then also the dial is larger and changes and spins in the opposite direction. The glass I have on this is a Voigtlander 28mm. Now if you're familiar with my work, then you'll know 28mm is kind of my jam. I shoot solely 28mm just because I know how to use that focal length well, I'd say, and I enjoy it the most. Now, thoughts wise, when I first picked this camera up, I was surprised at how heavy it was. For such a small system, it does have a bit of weight to it. Now I just think that's maybe because of the build quality and the materials used. Compared to my A1, I would probably say it's a little bit heavier, and that was definitely something I wasn't like expecting. It was maybe literally my first thought when I picked the system up was like, whoa, it's actually got a little bit of weight to it. But that's not a bad thing really. It makes it feel a little bit more sturdy in your hands. Definitely doesn't feel flimsy at all. My other thoughts on this are, well, it's flawless for me. Like I said, the best images I've produced. I do have a little bit of like, not a dislike, but the where the straps connect for me is a little bit annoying, because you've got to kind of like wrap your fingers through it a little bit to get to the viewfinder, things like that. I'm pretty sure it's the M5 which has them at the other side, so both lugs are at like the bottom, so it just kind of hangs like that instead of like that, which I personally would prefer, but I know for a fact so many people would disagree with me there. I think it's just down to personal choice. The ergonomics of the camera, apart from that, are pretty perfect. If I didn't have a strap on it, which I'd never not have a strap on it, it would fit perfectly in the hand, and I kind of have got used to just kind of wrapping it around my wrist a little bit and shooting like that, which is perfectly fine for me. Viewfinder wise, it's so clear. For a rangefinder as well, the focus patch is really easy to line up. It's quite a large focus patch as well. For people who are like unsure about the frame lines and how they work, basically when you put the lens on, the frame lines adjust themselves. That's what this is here. If I were to take that lens off, that little thing would just slide back over there, and that'd be showing you different frame lines. With a 28mm, what I see through the viewfinder is pretty much everything that the camera will take and be in frame. However, if you were a glasses wearer, you would not be able to see the edge of the frame lines with the 28mm lens, which I know is an issue for some people, so just kind of bear that in mind. With the price point of this, now I don't really like to talk about the price point, especially with a camera like this. It is an expensive camera. I do think it is worth the price, but I also do not think it should be as expensive as it is. It's just kind of, you're gonna have to pay that premium price to get a system which can produce what this can. So definitely kind of, if you get a chance to rent one or something like that before you buy it, or you got a friend who has one, I would recommend having a bit of time with it before you get it, just so you make sure it is like the camera for you. For me personally, this is the perfect camera. Cannot fault it at all. It fits into sort of my daily carry and lifestyle perfectly. Pretty much never leaves my side, and I've been enjoying using it pretty much every day. It's got a constantly got a roll in it. It's actually got a roll in it right now. But that isn't for everyone, so definitely if you are thinking of buying one, put a bit of time into just like thinking if it is for you, because it is a lot of money for, well, an old camera at the end of the day. So definitely bear that in mind. Now, I don't want to babble on any longer. This isn't a camera review, like spec review. There's plenty of other videos on YouTube for that which you can watch. This is just me giving my kind of thoughts and opinions on the system itself, and as you might be able to tell, they are all positive. I'm just going to finish the video now with some more like sample images of what I've taken with the camera. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.